On this episode of Delivering Marketing Joy, we talk with Gloria Lafont about 3 mistakes distributors make and how you can fix them. Hey there, and welcome to another edition of Delivering Marketing Joy. I'm your host, Kirby Hasseman, and I'm very excited today to be joined by Gloria Lafont. She's a brand expert, and she's down in Florida right now, and I really appreciate you taking the time, Gloria. Thanks.
Thank you. I really appreciate being here. I thank you for having me on your show today.
Oh, you bet. So, in doing some research about you, Gloria, I know that you say that in the promotional industry, there are 3 common mistakes that distributors make. So can you tell me what those are and maybe how we can fix them?
Sure. 3 big mistakes that really hold them back.
Yeah.
The first mistake is lack of differentiation. Mm-hmm. This is common in many small businesses, but it's really especially bad in the promotional distributor because you are in the branding business. So if all you show is products, if you have a website that is exactly the same as everybody else's, that only shows products, then you look as a commodity seller, you know? Yeah. So if you don't differentiate, you look the same. The only parameter is price because even the products are the same.
Yeah.
So you have to make an effort to differentiate from your business. And to accomplish that, the first thing you want to do is understand what your client values in working with you. Okay. When a client calls you and you work with someone, they're not just looking for products for a sporadic thing. They're looking for a partner they can really text, I need to reorder this and that. So those things they value. So you want to understand them. And you want to communicate in your branding, through your brand, that you understand that and that you work with that. You know how it is. And that's how you attract and that's how you differentiate. You also want to show your perspective. You want to show your point of view, how you do business. And you want that to show it in your brand. It's not so complicated, in my opinion. It's just being you.
Yeah.
And then you communicate your value through those things. You have to make sure that you do that, you accomplish those things.
Yeah.
Then the second mistake is to want to market to everyone. Anybody you meet, you hand the card and you tell them, call me if you need anything. And not everybody has a budget. And then you don't want to market to people that don't have a budget. It's a quick waste of time.
Yeah, for sure.
And then there are industries where you really don't know anything about. And you don't really relate.
Yeah.
So you're not going to do a good job if you try to find items or work with somebody in that industry. But there are other industries, many things that you have interest in or that you're really good at because you have experience. Maybe somebody in your family you know the business well. Right. You're going to really be much better at attracting and targeting your marketing and to those people, wanting to work with those kinds of clients. So that is very important. Those are very important things to do to be able to attract the right clients. And then the third mistake is inconsistent marketing. It's random. You don't have a plan. You're really busy and you're just very busy doing work. And then you finish all those orders and you have nothing coming in. And then, I have to market something. What can I do? So then you go and start thinking about things you can do and then do a few things. You get some more orders and it's like a cycle of doom.
Yeah.
So you want to have something going on. You have to market every day. Every day you have to do something to market your business. Right. Whether it is to communicate through social media, send out emails. But you have to have a plan where every week you have things that you're going to do. And you're going to do some things on Monday, some things on Tuesday. And at the beginning, it's going to feel weird because you're not used to that. But you will fall into a rhythm if you really are disciplined and look for the time to market your business every day. Yeah. So those are my 3 things.
No, that's really good advice, Gloria. I'm excited for folks to hear that. You probably know this. I'm a big believer in content marketing, and it looks like you are too. So why do you think that's important?
Well, marketing is not important. Marketing is key. It's critical.
Yeah.
Content, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Content is how you communicate with your clients and with your prospects. That's really what content is.
Yeah.
And in a business, in an industry where there are so many searches, that's how you get found online. And it's a harsh truth, if you look at it, to think about that you don't really need it and you're only going to rely on referrals. It's false, because people are looking for providers online, and you see it, the thousands and thousands of searches that there are, many different combinations of keywords that relate to promotional products. So if you give information, we are in the information age.
Yeah.
So when you want to know something, what do? You Google it.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you're near your computer, you go and Google it on your computer. But if you're not, you're still going to Google it because you want to know it now.
Right.
So if you're not doing anything and putting any information out there, nobody's going to find you. You are invisible. So content is extremely important. Extremely important.
Yeah, for sure. And I think to your point too, it allows you to provide value. And I think that's important too. So final question for you. So you sort of touched on this a little bit, but what are some things that you recommend for people to do to stand out in the marketplace?
The first thing they have to do, this is really the first thing, is pay attention to their website. They have to understand that the website, a business website, is your place of business in the marketplace. It used to be that you could work at home and you would go visit your clients and bring catalog with you, and that was fine. Referrals, and you will do fine. You call. Today, even if somebody refers you, before they even call you, they're going to go to your website.
Yeah.
So what are they going to find?
Yeah.
Many distributors that I talk to are really, really, really knowledgeable. But you wouldn't know it when you go to their website. So that is important. You have to, again, you are in the branding business, because you're either in the branding business or you are a commodity provider. So you have to make that decision and realize how important it is to focus on your brand, and that would be my biggest advice.
Nah, it's great advice. I like that. You're either in the branding business or you're a commodity person. That's a powerful statement. So well done, Gloria. So you've answered my 3 questions, and I appreciate you taking the time. I give everybody a chance to ask me one. Do you have one for me?
I sure do.
Okay.
I have a question for you. I want to know, you've been in business for more than 10 years. Right? 14 years, something like that?
Yep.
So you started your business before the internet was a thing.
Yeah.
But you have really embraced that whole world, like you have no problem with it.
Yeah.
So how did you go from not doing that to actually walking in that direction?
That's a great question. So I always say that when I got in business, I was that person who took their car and went to the industrial park, and I went into every place because that's where my customers were. And several years ago, I just started looking around at the business landscape, and I realized that the thought leaders in other industries weren't doing things like that. They were creating content. They were creating conversations. And what I realized was that Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, the internet,
social media.
Yeah, and social media, that's where my customers were. And so at that point, I really made the transition to say, look, I want to be a leader in this area, and I enjoy doing it anyway. And so so it was one of those things where I was like, okay, so how do I kind of take a leadership role in this? And what I found was, at first, and this is probably, I'm sure you found, like, it was crickets, right? You put stuff out there, nobody, and you need to be prepared for that. But the biggest thing is to keep having the discipline to keep doing it consistently, sort of what you talked about there earlier, over time, and it pays off over time. It's like building a relationship.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, you're building an online presence, and yours is definitely excellent. You have to do that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, Gloria, great job. You've answered my 3 questions, and I appreciate you taking the time. We'll have to do it again sometime, okay?
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Cool. Well, that wraps up this edition of Delivering Marketing Joy. We'll see you next time.